This is Steve Robbins. Welcome to the Get It Done Guys, quick and dirty tips to work less and do more. Today, we'll learn to build and maintain strong relationships by using their multi-dimensional nature. And I'm not just talking about the fact that all of us are just three-dimensional tentacles on an 11th dimensional monster with 7 billion brains. My friend Bernice still has a bit of a hero worship thing going on. We were in the mall a few weeks ago, and who should we see but everybody's favorite celebrity? Taylor, Gaga, Efron, Pitt, De Niro, Lawrence, Sarandon. Bernice was beside herself. I've been their fan for years. I want to be their best friend. She ran right up to Taylor and proclaimed, Taylor, I am your biggest fan. Let's have coffee. Oh, you can imagine the result. It's embarrassing just thinking about it. We get into relationships because they're all about give and take. There are things that we want to get out of a relationship, but you can't just say, I want cash, or I want your love, or appreciate me. Well, you can, but it's not likely to work. You need to build a relationship slowly in a way that is not going to invite rejection. So you do that by giving first, and then when you give, you would do best to give in a different way, along a different dimension than you withdraw. Make your deposits to a relationship different from your withdrawals. Let's say that you really want to get close and involved with venture capitalist Alex Drywall, as a business partner, of course. But everybody wants to do business with Alex. Any prospectus you send to the office gets returned by gatekeeper minion number 9348. Approaching Alex along business dimensions just won't work. So how do you get the attention and stand out from the crowd? Well, do your homework. Learn more about Alex. A bit of digging might reveal that Alex does community work, serving as the chairperson of your local Big Brothers Big Sisters chapter. And you just happen to be a member of the organization. You can start building a relationship with Alex that way. Call Alex to discuss your experience as a big, share your thoughts on the organization, and so on. And in fact, you may find that calling Alex's office about Big Brother Big Sister business gets right through, bypassing Minion 9348 completely. Once you get to know Alex socially and through community service, well, then you can discuss business. You've invested in a strong social bond, which now lets you open up into a business discussion. Come in sideways when coming in directly doesn't work. Keith Ferrazzi, author of the excellent book on building your network, Never Eat Alone, wanted to be an executive. But he was young and rash and wet behind the ears. No matter how good he was, it would take him years to work his way up to the partner track at Deloitte Consulting. Vying for a top job directly would have gotten him laughed out of the room. So Keith devoted his time, energy, and expertise into building relationships for Deloitte within his local business community. He also got a CEO to agree to dinners together every 6 months. When Deloitte decided they needed a new chief marketing officer, Keith was put in charge of finding the candidate. During the search, he worked closely with the other senior management, sharing his ideas for the challenges that would face the new executives. He impressed them with his skills and ideas, and when no perfect candidate could be found, he was chosen for the CMO position. Instead of working his way up, he demonstrated his desirability in a place where his skills could be seen. Strengthen a partnership through complementary deposits to the relationship. Partnerships are a great place to think about mixing skills. Strengthen a partnership by contributing the skills that you're good at and withdraw the benefits that have to do with your partner's expertise. Steve Wozniak was a technical genius, and Steve Jobs had an instinct for product design and finding markets for products. Together they built Apple Computer, but it took both skill sets to make it happen. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What would it look like to have a partner who's the other way around? When you find someone who can help build a business in ways that you can't, search for ways that you can each contribute your strengths together. And expect to get what you don't expect. Even in other relationships, it's worth understanding that different people give in different ways. In an unhealthy relationship, one person can end up giving everything while one takes everything. This is the kind of complementary relationship that we don't need. If you find yourself in something one-sided, whether it's professional or romantic or platonic, leave. Life is too short to hang out with relationship vampires. But first, check all of the dimensions that might be involved before leaving. What do you give in the relationship and what do you take? You might find you complement each other in unexpected ways. You just didn't realize it because you were looking for the exact same thing back that you're giving. In the 1950s sitcom I Love Lucy, Ricky provided the income and he withdraws housework and emotional support. Lucy does the reverse. She contributes housework and emotional support and she withdraws economically. Of course, in real life, Lucille Ball was a major business force in Hollywood and an incredibly impressive person at that. But each character may have driven the other insane, but at the end, they were a happy, loving couple nevertheless. We're taught that relationships are give and take. but what you're giving and what you're taking matters. When building a relationship from scratch, build it along a different dimension than you plan to withdraw. Use complementary giving and taking to strengthen partnerships, and when it comes to formal relationships like employees and employers, find ways to come in sideways, like Keith Ferrazzi. Since Bernice wanted to be friends with Taylor, Gaga, Efron, Pitt, De Niro, Lawrence Sarandon, she decided to reach out along a business dimension. She called Taylor's agent and proposed that Taylor become the official celebrity spokesperson for the Green Growing Things line of Audrey 2s. Over lunch, Bernice and Taylor discovered that Bernice has a holding pin full of carnivorous Audrey 2s, and Taylor has several outfits made entirely of meat. They've only been worn once because, well, you can't really be seen in the same meat outfit twice. And as the two negotiate a business deal to keep the Audrey 2s, it's a match made in, well, I guess, heaven. Not only do both parties profit when Bernice purchases the meat, but in the process they become fast friends. By coming in along the business angle, Bernice ended up with a happy, well-fed store of plants and a new friend. Do you know how to negotiate with a contractor? What about how to spot a bedbug or how to survive a plane crash? Well, if you don't, no worries. Rawson to the Rescue is a new podcast from Today Show correspondent Jeff Rosen, and each week he'll show you how to avert these and other disasters, from floods to identity theft. So subscribe to Rawson to the Rescue on our sister network, Macmillan Podcasts. Just search ROSSEN to the Rescue on your favorite podcast platform. I'm Steve Robbins. Follow Get It Done Guy on Twitter and Facebook. I give great keynote speeches on productivity, living an extraordinary life, and entrepreneurship. Find me at steverrobbins.com or join my personal mailing list by texting Get It Done to 33444. You'll also get a free copy of my secret book chapter on how to build relationships that help you succeed. Work less, do more, and have a great life.